Well, we all are going to die.
It was incredibly delicious.
Get a little excitement?
Doesn't caffeine just make you feel like you're not tired?
Have you tried cocaine?
NANI?! Who are you guys?!
What are you talking about, you idiot?
Impossible. Meaningless. One more word out of you and you go.
Bingo!
Mamma mia!
Donkey? Donkey!
Just watching my algorithms get crushed.
Frickin' what up, dude?
Hey! 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 Hey!
Hi, I'm Bernie Sanders.
The guy's name was Ben.
To my ladies!
The guy's name was Ben. This is a crazy story, folks.
Oh!
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Are you surprised at my tears, sir?
Parvinator.
Hey guys, what is going on? Happy Monday. Sorry, I had to get my bop onto that song. I'm excited. Welcome, guys. What is going on? Happy Monday. I'm America's #1 online video game personality and the host of the Gamer Lifestyle Lounge. Ben, the Parvinator Parvin here at your service. Welcome, guys. How are you? Good to see you. Fallen Seth, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, awesome. So, a favorite of yours? I think, Nick, you played it as a kid as well. Yeah, good to see you guys. Welcome. Happy Monday. What's going on, guys? Sorry it took so long. Yeah, what's up, Tintoncito? What's up, buddy? Yeah, me too, man. Really looking forward to this. So, sorry it took so long, guys. I thought I'd have more time this weekend to work on stuff, and my weekend was really busy. I didn't get a whole lot of time for work, and then what I did get was like I don't know, I was drained. It's like, oh my god, I'll do it on Monday. Well, here we are. we're kicking this game off, EarthBound. This is it. This is Mother 2, right? The second in a series. I mean, most of you guys know that, of course. Guess there's been 3 of these games. Hopefully it's cool to start. Seems like it's cool to start with EarthBound. I mean, I've played a little bit of Mother, but not a whole bunch. See, did I turn off the... Okay, I got the Super Famicom off. All right, good. Actually, I have the Mother cart, Mother 2 cart. Give me 1 second. Pull that up for you guys. Yeah. I meant to have this earlier. I got this one, I got this, I think, a while back. I want to say that this is one of the ones I brought home from... I'm pretty sure that this is the ones I brought home from my one trip to Japan many years ago. I got this. It was really a JRPG spending spree. I got this, FF6, 5, and Dragon Quest 5. And yeah. We won't be playing this version, sadly, because I don't speak the Nintendo language that well. And you know, my grasp of that language is kind of poor. I don't know, I can read a teensy bit, but certainly not enough to pick up from my understanding of like all the personality that this game has. I don't think... I gotta get ready for battle here. I don't think yeah, I wouldn't stand a chance. But yeah, we're gonna be doing the EarthBound SNES, playing it on the SNES Mini. I think it may have come on there. There's a couple extra ones that found their way on there somehow. I always forget what were the default games. But yeah, we're going to play it on the SNES Mini. I have a little flash cart for the Super Famicom, but, you know, playing an RPG, reliability, and all, I don't know. I don't ever want to lose a save again. All right? I never want to lose a save again. Welcome. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday. It's good to see you. It's all right. So it's cool to start with EarthBound. All right, yeah. I played just a teensy bit of Mother. Well, I thought we would kind of tease. So I like to do some segments at the beginning of a game. One of those is sacred texts, taking a look at any instruction manuals, anything that might have come with the game itself. And sometimes I try to have like box art and things like that. I got a little bit of that, but I thought it was so much stuff that, you know, like we've done for a couple of games, it'll get us... It's enough to do a little segment, you know, for a couple of days, and then I certainly couldn't get it all done in one go. I could, but I don't know. I don't know if we need a history lesson, the player's guide, and then that wouldn't give us any time to play the game. Plus, I gotta learn that shit too. I gotta look into the background of the game, and you know, do my own gamer research. But yeah, anyway, with that being said, let's at least take a look at a sacred text. And like I said, I was gonna get an instruction manual for you guys, and much to my surprise, I realized that this not only... So if you got the North American version of this game, apparently the Japanese didn't come with this, but not only did you... I'm kind of curious if there actually is an instruction manual, just a small little one, because the only thing I could find, it seems like they packed in this EarthBound Nintendo Player's Guide, and this thing is a whopping 135 pages I'm seeing here. This is a big ass, and I think it's a full strategy guide. And to my understanding, this came with the North American release. I wanted to look more into this, but I had enough to do, just finding pictures and stuff. So let's take a look at this thing. I'm only gonna get a peek at it because I don't want too much spoiled, and I have a feeling this thing would do it. Okay, yeah, so maybe there's yeah, I think it's like that. I mean, I couldn't find anything that was just instruction booklet by itself, so I think that's the case, Nick. Yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense. A whole guide. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, again, you know, starting a new game, I'm nervous. And in these trying times, I find sometimes it's good to just get back to the good word. So if you would, please bow your heads for the sacred texts. Thank you. All right. This is it here, the EarthBound Nintendo's Player's Guide. Earthbound Nintendo Player's Guide, the Player's Ball. Yeah, here it is. This thing is big. This came with the game? How does that work? It's 135. What did you get, like a coupon for it or something? Is this the thing that had the scratch and sniff stuff in it too? I mean, I just wanted to make sure I could get this stuff lined up for you guys to see it. Oh shoot. Let's see. Let me go here. There it is. Nice and big. Also, I love this like green splat here on the cover. And what this is this guy here is one of the first things I remember seeing about this game many years ago in Nintendo Power. There was like, it was kind of towards the front of the magazine. And they I don't know, there was like a little section maybe on how to, you know, they would just sometimes do a special section on like beating a boss or something like that, or getting through a tough part of a game. And I remember they had a fight for like against some Starmen. And I remember thinking like, what is this game? So I don't know. It's it's been a long time coming. It's a couple of decades. All right, let's yeah, music's still playing, right? Cool. All right, let's get into this thing. I had to say, doing the little bit of setup that I did, I had a couple of playlists for this game playing in the background. I'm liking what I hear. Even though some of it falls into this kind of sound that the SNES does sometimes that I don't always dig. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but it's done well here. Yeah. Thank you for selecting EarthBound for your Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Please read the following instructions thoroughly to ensure the proper handling and use of your new game. Please save this manual and strategy guide for future reference. Oh man. This is before you, you know, the days of a subscription service, right? Your new game. Warning, if the power switch is switched on and off repeatedly, the accumulated contents of your Super NES cartridge may be deleted. Avoid turning the power switch off unnecessarily before saving the game, or data may be lost. Hey, welcome Ichigo. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. What's up, man? The sacred texts. Starman. Yeah, you got it, Seth. Seth, I wonder if your chat is a little delayed. You might have to click live. Not your chat, but you know what you're seeing might be a little bit delayed. Yeah, let's see. Here we go. Look at this, a seal of quality. Ichigo, how are you, buddy? Welcome and happy Monday, man. Hey, thanks for talking with me about the Sega Genesis stuff earlier. I haven't even mentioned that. All right, well, play everything with this place at time. I'll get to that later. But yeah, thanks, man. I'm really excited. Welcome to EarthBound. Can 4 average kids save the world from certain destruction at the hands of an evil alien invader?
Obviously, you're not a golfer.
They might be inexperienced, but don't count them out. The 4 spunky kids have the fate of mankind in their hands and the weight of the world on their shoulders. So it's a good thing that they have psychic powers and you on their side. You, most importantly. As you begin this unique gaming experience and explore the world in search of the sinister spirit of... And I've been seeing this word, Gygas? I've not heard it pronounced in my life. Gygas? Gigas? Gigas, maybe? Pack along our travel guide. You'll need it to find your way through EarthBound's twisted and hilarious world, and you won't want to miss a single side trip or pass up any sights along the way. Just remember to phone dear old mom and dad. After all, the kids will wander a long way from home. So the little bit of reading I did about this, yeah, that sounds better too. Nick, yeah, I agree. The little bit of reading that I did about this guide here folks mentioned that the reason why it was added as a North American release was probably because we were, you know, we were like, well, you know, well, JRPGs weren't as popular on these shores at that time. They had their, you know, really dedicated following, but yeah, no worries, Fallen. Yeah, no worries. You know, it's like I mean, they had their dedicated fans, and they had for many years, but it certainly wasn't it wasn't nearly the most popular genre by a long shot, and I would say that they wouldn't really reach popular consciousness in the US until as Pokemon, I would say FF7 into Pokemon, like around in that era is like when they, I think, are really becoming more and more mainstream to where if you play games, you know about them, you know, whereas before it was a little more niche. So yeah, maybe, you know, us stupid Americans, we needed the EarthBound Player's Guide. Either way, we got a 135-page guide out of it, so honestly, I'm not complaining, right? Also, if I had played this game in 1994, I would have had no clue what the hell was going on RPG-wise. I can tell you that much. Oh no, I had the perfect ratios. Just give me a zoom. Okay, we were zoomed more. What happened? Okay, that looks good. I like these little figurines here too, right? I mean, is that what I'm seeing? Like a little, I don't know, they look like little figurines. It's cute. Okay, also, is this guy's name Pooh? In the very little bit of prep that I did for this stream, well, I say little, it took a long time, but volume-wise, it might not have seemed like that much. I saw a character named Pooh. All right, here we go. Contents. EarthBound's... God, I love... Again, we got these little figurines. Okay, I love that we're mixing in some shots here, too, of... You've got the Sphinx and the pyramid. Good old Pooh. Was that supposed to be pronounced Poe? Hold the O out. Oh. I'm trying to go for like in the Japanese version. Yeah, what was his name be? I'm excited to play with Pooh, honestly. Having never played this game, I haven't had a chance to play with Pooh. All right, beautiful. So we've got the Sphinx. We've got... God, stop scrolling so fast. Wow, very scenic here. Another shot of the Sphinx. Got some folks chilling on the beach. I love how much they've broken this down too, as well. This is interesting. Talk with the L button. Command select. No function cancel. Okay, character. So just moving around. Basic game control in EarthBound utilizes the control pad, the A button, the B button. Control pad is used for moving a character or cursor. The A button is used for selecting an option, and the B button is used to cancel. Well, I'm sure we'll figure some of that stuff out. I like the graphic design of just having these, you know, like having the letter, how they've like set the word like back behind everything too. X button, and then you've got a green X behind it all. R button, R. Just fun little, it's cool little design. Starting the game. It is, yeah. There was a little care. There's quite a bit of care put into this guide. It feels good, man. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was thinking of that about this game, Huber, and some of what I've seen from the few screenshots I've seen, or a little bit of gameplay. You know, like maybe the character sprites don't look like. I mean, they're small, so there's only so much you can do with them, and maybe they don't look the absolute best. They are certainly great, but I noticed that like the environments looked really interesting, and I noticed a lot of cool shading and like a lot of areas, like even in just the intro, just noticing how cool like a terrace, you know, just like a hill that has a couple of terraces to it or something. They really painted some really beautiful environments in this game, it seems, and seems like there's some night scenes and other stuff, so I'm really looking forward to it. Man. Our hero and his friends, Ness, Paula. All right, well, I think like many people, raise your hand if, you know, most of what you knew about EarthBound was through Smash Bros, at least for a time, you know, before you played it yourself. Well, that was me. And even through that, it was more like, what the hell is... I just remember playing Smash Bros and being like, what the hell is PK? Why does he keep saying PK everything? Of course, I would learn to... I don't really like any of the EarthBound characters in Smash, but that's a me problem. They're interesting. I like that they have their own little play style and stuff. I dig that. There we go. Anyway, we're not here to play Smash Bros. Thanks, Huber. Yeah. Yeah. Fallen said, I'm stoked for it. So far, I've enjoyed the music. Unlikely protector of the earth. He's a normal kid living in Onnet, a town in Eagleland. Okay, Eagleland. Once the meteorite lands, however, everything changes. An alien believes him to be a very special human, one with the power to affect cosmic events. Ness has a good balance of speed, IQ, offensive power, and mysterious psychic abilities. His psychic powers include healing abilities that he can use on himself and his friends. His preferred weapon is some type of baseball bat. Yep. And he loves to wear a special baseball cap with his favorite team's logo on the front. Ichigo's all about some PK Thunder. Yeah, totally, Nick. PK Fire! PK Fire! Here we go. Hey, what's up, Rotes? Welcome, buddy. Good to see you, man. Welcome. How you guys doing?
I said we cut off your Johnson.
PK this, PK that. You're killing me with the PKs. The cameraman says fuzzy pickles. Awesome. I figured that had to be a reference. You know what's funny is I wanted to mention this, but I figured that wait, what we got going on here in the chat? Okay. Well, sorry. Well, everybody, sorry. I am. The thing is, I'm the people's streamer here, so everybody has me. It just, you know. At the end of the day, it's not really a boyfriend-girlfriend kind of a situation, you know? It's just, you know, trying to be that gamer that's just like anyone else can, you know, tries to step up and, you know, defend us from a world that is, says video games. Come on, the world's passed you by, buddy. Why are you playing these old retro games? Yeah. Oh, thanks, Fallen. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, boyfriend. Okay, well, you know, I think that may be a one-way thing, but yeah, I appreciate you. I'll let you guys fight in the chat over this, but what was I gonna say? With this game, I'm just blushing. Gosh, I'll get to it in a second. Let's read about Paula, possessor of psychic powers. She's the first friend that Ness meets on his adventure. She comes from Tucson, maybe, Twon, where her mother runs a preschool out of the family home. All the children at the preschool love her. Though she looks like your average sweetie pie, she has powerful psychic abilities that help make the group a force to be reckoned with. So Paula here, though she may look like your average sweetie pie, she's got those PK powers. Yeah. Okay, I can't wait to read the rest. I can't wait to read the rest of these. Yeah. Television reporters have reported on her powers. Her psychic abilities are great for offensive attacks. When she needs a weapon, she prefers a frying pan. Her girlish charm also acts as some type of defense against attacks. Okay, so maybe sometimes enemy is like stunned or something, or charmed. It's interesting how some of those things can be, some like RPG aspects can be explained via like a, well, like the meta reason, or the, not the meta reason, but I guess the canon reason, you know, it's, yeah. Her charm acts as a type of defense against attacks. Yeah. Yeah, Rotes. Yeah, we're breaking it off. First day of EarthBound. Jeff, mechanical genius of the team. Do you I think you said you like this one, huh? This is, yeah, it's my first time playing. Mechanical genius of the team. Oh, Jeff here. I like Jeff's bowl cut. Jeff's got a gun too. Nice. Well, here you go. Here's your. I was gonna say, here's your character, Huber, but I don't know anything about this person, so I don't want to. I'm sure he's an upstanding guy, but I don't want to put that on you. You know. Jeff got the. Yeah, Jeff's got a gun. Winters is home to the son of a famous. Okay, Jeff. Winters is home to the son of a famous scientist. This is funny. It's like, Jeff Winters is home to the son of a famous scientist. He is the same age as Ness, so they naturally have a lot to talk about. Jeff's own scientific knowledge is tremendous, and he can use machines and gadgets that none of the other three friends have any idea how to use. He's the nerd. Jeff is especially good at repairing broken devices. Winters is an island country, so meeting up with the group becomes a major undertaking. Jeff doesn't have any psychic abilities, but his mechanical skills make up for it. Weapons that he has repaired can be used only by him. Winters, yeah, I see. Yeah, Winters has got to be the place, because it says here it's an island country, yeah, and it's home to the son of a famous scientist. Very strange. It just threw my brain for a loop. Yeah, I get you. Same thing. I wasn't sure if they were trying to do like almost a James Bond. I don't know. His name is Jeff Winters. But yeah, it's Winters is the town. Yeah, makes sense. One more, Pooh. All right, here's everybody's favorite. In this game, I guess we get to play with Pooh, the mysterious prince from the east. The prince is from the country of Dalam, an eastern country that is very mysterious to most people living in Eagleland. He is a little older than Ness, and he has great physical, mental, and spiritual strength. He seems very popular with all the girls. Seems very popular with the girls as well. Though he has all of these tremendous attributes, he remains modest and loyal. Oh, what a guy. He commands strong psychic abilities that only he can use. His weapons and protections are mostly unknown because of his mysterious background. Now, if he could only get used to Western-style food.
The toilet seat's up, man.
Try not to give me too many like gameplay. Well, I shouldn't say too many. Yeah, I'm really trying to keep any sort of spoilers or gameplay stuff kind of out completely if I can. I know that there's some stuff I might miss in a first run, but yeah. It may have to be a so be it kind of situation, but yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier, but yeah. Well, no, yeah, it's like talk with me about it, of course, but yeah, just I'll probably ask rhetorical questions too, of like just me working it out in my head, but I'll really try to make it clear if anybody, like if I do need a hand or anything. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it as blind as possible, so yeah. Thank you. All right, decisions. Hey, thanks, Rote. I'll thank you for the lurk, He's going perma lurk. He said, this guy said no help, radio silence. Yeah, I know that aliens are involved. I know that Gigas is the bad guy. Or Gigas. Gigas. But yeah. Chart of don't care entries. Oh, this is great. What is going on here? Oh, don't care. On the name entry, select don't care. I see. These are like random ones. Okay, sorry. I guess I could read things here. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's actually about the only portion of this game I've ever played. It was like, the first... Yeah, I mean, and then I got into like Ness's house, or I think it was Ness. And then I just was like, okay, that's it. The game works. Roots. Well, thanks, buddy. And also, like Bruce Springsteen, you were born in the USA. I'm assuming. You may not have been. How to fight. He's like, nah, man, I was born on a military base. Well, then that's also the USA. How to fight. Yeah. Hey, well, there's no need to discuss legal status. Ichigo said, don't care as funny as a selectable option. Yeah, I like that too. Just imagine that in like Pokemon or Final Fantasy or something, you know. Puts up Cloud and you can just choose don't care. I think don't care should default to Cloud, you know, if they had it there. Because it just sounds all on brand for him, you know. Nice, dude. I was born in the USA. My dad spent some time up in the SeaTac region when he was in the military as well. 2 weeks a month. What is it? 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year. All right, here we go. All right, guys, I don't know how much more of this I really want to see because I am afraid of getting into kind of spoiler territory. By the way, we're 12 pages into this thing. So, you know, how about like maybe just a quick little, you know, sort of going through and more just seeing how comprehensive this dang thing is. I mean, having played a few JRPGs, I don't think there's going to be anything in here that's just going to, like, something gameplay-wise that I just cannot wrap my head around, so. Phone calls. Yeah, we'll do that. This stuff looks, okay, this looks a little, this looks useful here and specific to this game, so. All right, phone calls. Always a good idea to call your dad to save the progress in the game. You never know when you may accidentally wind up facing a strong enemy. So saving your progress will definitely help you. In the game, black phones are free while other phones cost $1. Okay. I think you used phones in the first game. In the limited amount of time I played. Maybe I used a phone to save at one point. Sounds familiar. South Kakalaka. That always cracks me up. I don't see that. I haven't seen that in a while, written out that way. I like the little parrot here. Parrot phone. Using the ATM. Your bank account holds your hard-earned cash and your ATM card allows you to withdraw or deposit money. Heck yeah, we got a bank card, baby. Find an ATM in a drugstore, hotel, or department store. Okay. Drugstores, hotels, department stores. Withdraw your money and buy those expensive, powerful items that you've been drooling over. I gotta buy one of these kids a bat or another weapon so they beat the shit out of somebody.
Obviously, you're not a golfer.
Get out of my hair, face. Get out of my hair, face. I wish my hair would get out of my face. I meant to say that the other way. I'm all ass backwards.
I will deliver the latest news.
Catching a cold. A cold is just one of the... Your characters get sick? Your cold is... It's sort of like Poke virus, right? Catching a cold. A cold is just one of the ailments that you may run across in the course of the game. Sometimes you can purchase some type of treatment from a drugstore. In the case of a cold, you may want to look for a cold remedy to avoid going to the hospital. Damn. So, okay, and I see here, like, level 15 sniff... We've got some symptoms here. Sniffling, rather. Poor guy. Doctor, he can cure some of those nasty conditions. A nurse. Someone who's... Okay, so if someone has become unconscious, can go to a nurse or a healer. The healer can take care of conditions the doctors can't do anything about. Look for him. All right. The sprites look so cute. I take back anything I ever said about the sprites. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks, man. Yeah, sorry. Hey, I'll take that. Yeah, thanks for... Hey, and anytime you guys want to fall asleep, that helps my numbers greatly. So just put the stream on and fall asleep, baby. No, but yeah, that's nice to hear, honestly. Yeah. Oh yeah. I hope you're feeling better now. Oh, cool. I don't have a way to play it. Okay, thanks, Rhodes. I don't have a way to play it here, so I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll check it out during the break. I'll do that. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. No, I'm gonna wait. I want to get through. One thing at a time here. I want to bust out the EarthBound guide here. I'll get to it, buddy. But yeah, I gotta do this stuff first. Again, we're on page 15 and we're getting to another big section, and we got another nice splat. I don't know if you guys caught the green splat on the first page. Beautiful. Look at this. I love the little postcards and stuff too. What's the deal with these? Like, is it CGI? I mean, I'm guessing it is, but man, they really did make it look like a little figurine. Pose for the local photographer. All right, we won't do too much. We won't do too much more of this because I don't want anything spoiled, you know. Retro Colors was awesome in the 90s. They were. This is the full-on walkthrough. Okay, well, probably about time to stop then. Wow, so kind of like that first section is sort of your instruction manual, high-level stuff, and then you get to the full walkthrough. That's crazy. The Midnight Mystery. Well, here we go. I knew that something about aliens was happening. I knew that the we're gonna just call it G guy. Till I figure out the right enunciation. Gigas or whatever. Gigas is Gigas. I like that one. Is the final boss. I know that. Like, I know. Hey, I know they're psychic. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd really like to. It seems like a cool resource, and maybe that's something at the end, especially kind of, that'd be like a sort of flipping back through the journey and stuff. So I like that. That's a good idea. Well, guys, maybe I'll stop there for the sake of spoilers, and because I'm running super late today. Let's see. Do we have sounds working?
Folks, we got an amazing surprise for you right now.
Yeah, I am curious too. Like, yeah, you guys' experience with this. Who's played it? Who, you know, like, when was that? If anybody wants to share their stories as we get into this stuff, because I don't know. I love hearing how you guys come to these games because, you know, that context brings something different. When you start it, you play it. Obviously, everybody's different too, so you're bringing your own stuff, and depending on when a game, depending on when a game comes into your life or something, you know, like you could have a different set of baggage or different experiences to it, so you experience it in a certain way. So, yeah. I remember first seeing it in the first so I'll have to say, like the first Rote said I beat it in the 90s. Hubra was 5 years old in 95 when the game came out. Okay, yeah, playing Sonic 3 on my Genesis. For some reason, this game feels older than 95. Yeah, is it? I said 94 earlier. What? I'm seeing 94, 95. Let me see. Maybe it came out in one region, and let's see. Actually, let me just get this release date here. Let's see what's up. No need to speculate. Yeah. So it was in Japan at August of 94, and in America, June 5th. Took a while to get it out. June 5th, 95. I mean, there's a lot worse turnaround time, so yeah. Yeah, Rotes, you said you beat it in the 90s and never looked back, and for me, it's like I remember seeing the box, but not that often, because I think it was a pretty expensive game, and I feel like I do remember seeing it for sale, but I don't think it you know, it was quite an expensive game, and it didn't sell that well. It seems like it was a commercial flop in the US. So again, I just don't feel like I'm when I try to picture a Super NES rack, and this music is great for that. Right, I'm in the retail space in my mind. I'm seeing a lot of SNES titles. I'm not really seeing EarthBound up there. Yeah. I will say, its cover art, I would see. So someone I knew had this game, and I remember thinking, like seeing the cart for it and thinking, like, what is this about? Like, what is this game? You know, like I think maybe a lot of people sort of had that feeling about the box art of it, you know, not really having a sense of what the game was or something. And not to say I judged a box by its cover, because I didn't have a Super NES to play the game anyway, but none of my close friends had it, and it just wasn't really around, like when I'd go see buddies and they're going through their library. So yeah, it was always kind of an oddball to me. But yeah, I saw a thing about it in Nintendo Power probably a couple years after it came out, and it was about beating the Starmen or something like that. Yeah. Huber said, "Well, yeah, right, yeah." Road said lack of sales. Yeah, it's too bad. It seems like it flopped pretty hard here, which probably played into like Mother 3 never coming out here, or not even being. Maybe they were just kind of like, hey, this might be Japan only, and that's okay. It was kind of their thinking going into Mother 3. I don't know. I'd be curious. Yeah. I see, yeah. So something made you never turn back, yeah. Never come back to the game, spoiler-wise. All right. Fair enough. That's fun to talk after a game with people who've already beaten it. All right, I'll just get a couple more, then we'll take a short little break, I think, and then I'll get this game cranking. Fallen Seth said, I played it on my old E-Machine back in the day with the Roadrunner internet. Had it on an SNES emulator as well, Earthworm Jim and an old Dragon Ball Z game. Oh, very cool. Those Earthworm Jim games, Earthworm Jim 2 can act kind of crazy on some emulators. I don't know what it is about it, but yeah. I gotta look up these E-Machine computers. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Dude, I haven't thought about this in so long. Dude, it's sick. Wow. I don't know that I've like seen that symbol. I thought about like when I first saw you guys talking about it, I was like, what? And then the logo came to mind. I know that E. I know that E, yeah. Yeah, totally, right. And Gateway, you'd see a lot of I think we had an E-Machine at one point. Yeah, totally. I remember the Presario. Yeah, and I remember like schools would get gateway computers sometimes because they were pretty cheap, you know. Get a big bulk deal. I think my dad had an E-machine at one point. That's funny. What a name too, the E-machine. I haven't thought about that in so long. All right, guys. Hey, I'm gonna get a little break, but before I do that, let's go here. I want to show you guys something. Something happened that I was not expecting this weekend. I got a gift from a good friend of mine who is he and I well, we didn't know each other growing up, met as adults, but growing up I think we were kind of on opposite ends of the console wars. You know, he was Sega aligned, I was very much Nintendo aligned, and you know, as it turns out, I think pretty much all of us, many of you in the chat, are veterans and or victims of the console war. So you know how it goes. Thankfully, I had allies who had a Genesis, but not many. I don't know if my friendships just kind of shook down that way, you know. But I found myself surrounded by Nintendo folks, and I didn't know what I was missing. Well, my buddy got me a late birthday present this weekend, and he wanted to help correct the wrong. And this is something that I'm just like, I'm blown away, and I'm very stoked about it. And it's something that had come up even recently, but he got me this Genesis. So I got this thing, and I looked it up. I tried to find yeah, it's one of those Model 1s, and I found through this great chart that had like a list of, to like help you deduce like which variant yours is, and I'm pretty sure this is like Model 1 variant 6.5. So it's got the like headphone jack. Let's see over here. And the power button, I don't know if you guys have used these power buttons. It's kind of funny. It's a little squishy. Like, it doesn't just like click on, click off. You know, not to say that not to say that like when I go to turn it on or off, it's not doing what I want it to. It's just fine. But yeah, it's like I guess it's just kind of the action that I'm sort of describing. It's not really a click so much as it is, but there's a bit of slide to it, you know? Anyway, headphone jack, and then it's got what is that, the reset button down there? On the back, you've got, it's missing the extension port, which was one of the things that clued me into which variant it was. And instead of the expansion port, it had a kind of a blank space right there, sort of where I think they were on previous models. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of it's strange, that power button is. Yeah, it is. It honestly, it was a little fascinating. And yeah, that's an interesting call. Yeah, turning it left to go on. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I'm stoked. Yeah, it's funny because, you know, Rhodes, you had just talked about setting up a Genesis Mini, and I got this thing, and I was like, oh man, this is so cool. So yeah, I wanted to, like, I'm glad you're here actually, so I can just, yeah, I suppose that won't be needed, but yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, cool. You got a bid on one? All right. Well, yeah, it's like I said, I guess. Well, this I was able to get it rolling on. I was able to get it rolling with the Retro Tink, so you know, I'm good to go since it really wasn't any. Yeah, no, I'm good to go because I'm just hooking it up in the similar manner to the Famicom, Super Famicom, and 64 that we've got here. So I was able to get it going into the Retro Tink. And you know what's crazy about this thing is they gave me this dinky little AC adapter and or a little power supply, and you may already know where this is going, but when I first turned the Genesis on and had everything plugged up, or like the secondhand store he got it from, like had supplied this like small, like a third-party power supply thing. It was one that had like ends for like both types of Genesis. It was kind of whack. But anyway, I guess it's what the store just packed in with it. Well, when I turned the thing on, I got this crazy rainbowing and just like the audio was distorted badly. Sonic gets a ring and it was like, you know, there was like some like after every sound. It was I was worried at first, like, oh man, did I get a dud? And I did some research into it, and this is something I had seen previously and forgotten about, that yeah, sometimes you know, a third party or even sometimes an original power source, if it has gotten a little old or, you know, it's just broken down or whatever, anyway, that it can cause a ton of interference. And that's, as soon as I like looked up, it turned out I had another charger. I'm really excited. Sorry, I got to catch my breath. I had another charger that was to spec, or another power supply that was same thing and to spec. And I used that, and bam, it was like, it was night and day. It was coming in clean, as clean as it can on, you know, currently I don't have a great, like, the cables are just composite. So I'll get something better for that, but that's, you know, at that point I'll have like, yeah, super clear and ready to roll. Yeah. If I had a better power situation right now, I could hook it up and play it with you guys, but I need to rearrange some stuff over here where the games are, so that'll have to come soon. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to give you guys a heads up. I'm stoked on that, and it's, I was not expecting that. I guess you got a good deal on it too, so yeah, thank you guys. Yeah. Yeah, man. Let's get that break in. When we get back here, we'll do a little EarthBound at the beginning. I'll get a little snack, get some water, and I'll check out that song as well. So, all right, guys. Oh, actually, so I think Sega CD we're on for, but I think it was something about the 32X. With this variant, there's an issue. It's fixable apparently if you know, want to open up the hood and reseal some caps or something. I don't know. It didn't seem like the craziest work, but apparently this variant does have an issue with 32X. Yeah. You probably know more about it than I do, Rhodes. I was getting like a I was getting like a really high level. It was just so much coming at me with like the different variants and stuff. So yeah, apparently this, I'm pretty sure I have 6.5 and there's like a known issue, yeah, with having it compatible with the 32X, but fixable, I guess. So yeah, something to look into. Yeah. Not that I think I'll be playing any 32X right away, but all right, guys, let me get a break in. I'm gonna catch my breath. Thank you so much for hanging. Happy Monday. When we get back, we'll play this game. That sounds fun. Hey, what's up, guys? What is going on? Sorry, forgot to loop the video. Jeez, amateur hour around here. What's up, guys? Welcome. Happy Monday.
Folks, we got an amazing surprise for you right now.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up on that, Nick. That should be fixed now. So yeah, that should be good. Let me, in just a second, I'll have the game rolling for us. We'll get to that in just a bit. But yeah, here we are. We're at the beginning of this game. I'm stoked. Matt, thank you for the well wishes. I'm definitely looking forward to it. We just looked at the, what was it? The EarthBound Nintendo Player's Guide, and I'm already having fun. Tater, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Welcome. Tater Tutor. All right. Miss Guzzi. Man, this was today's been kind of crazy. I was going nonstop. Like once I got back from my run, it's like, you know, bust out the routine really fast so I can get to setting up for this. And yeah, stoked. I'm looking forward to this game. Yeah, I want to hear those first times. Those first times you played a Mother game. Yeah, and just to, I guess I'll say this every now and then, but yeah, please, I'll try to be really clear when I want some help. So otherwise, don't give any hints or, you know, spoilers if you can. I'll just try to do a blind playthrough if I can. We'll see what's up. I'm sure at some point I'll, I do like to ask questions myself, but again, I'll make it explicitly clear, you know. So always err on the side of not typing or asking, hey, would you like a hint at this time or something, you know. And yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. The ban hammer might have to come down. Who knows, man? People, you know, the vermin just crawl out of the woodwork whenever you're doing a first playthrough, you know, just real scum of the earth, and they'll spoil the shit out of it, you know. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you. Oh, Roach, yeah. I did a quick, sorry, I did the emote reply. Well, yeah, Roach, what is this? I want to see what the prompt was for that, but yeah. Thanks, man. That's I gotta run those lyrics back again. But yeah, that's funny. I'm gonna get into our game. Let's roll, guys. Let's do this. It's gonna take a second to get it switched on. What do you do? What are you using? I'm not a huge you know, Chat GPT guy. I'm more of an open AI. No, wait, isn't it? That's the folks that do Chat GPT, right? I don't know, what's the... Well, Grok. I'm a Grok guy. Suno. Oh, the game's running for you guys, but I don't have it. What the hell? Let me fix that. Oh, also, if this glowing EarthBound isn't working for you, let me know, and we'll get that fixed. Oh, nice. Roads. That's funny, man. Did you work on anything else today, or you're saying it all day on that song? It's funny because when it started, I was like, what is going on? And then I was like, okay, all right. Oh, yeah. Well, the chorus was catchy. It was catchy.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Look away from the screen. It's total spoilers. Our crew will go to a place that appears to be an area of low precipitation. There's coffee in this universe. I know that. This is Tater. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out what was being said there. That's funny. Yeah, there were a couple of parts where the words were really fast. I was like, wait, what is that? Okay, yeah, that's... Did you get a song for Tater too? I just... All right, so one of the things I want to look up about this game is Shigesato Itoi. I didn't want to have anything spoiled, but I caught a little bit of a retrospective. Thankfully, it was just about the series kind of in general, and then it started to talk about the first Mother game, and I was like, okay, I don't want any spoilers, so... but yeah, it talked a little bit about him. I guess he was like already a celebrity and actor / other stuff prior to this game, so him being attached to Mother, well, to the original Mother game and then this one as well. But I guess that was like a really, or kind of a celebrity, you know, tie-in or kind of a big deal. I guess it's his, what, story, or just kind of he's the main creative force, you know, behind the story. I don't really know. I got to look into it.
Here we go.
Maybe if I just keep talking with no pauses, I'll figure it out, you know. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I gotta say, hearing this in the background today while I loaded some things, such a cool little intro. The music seems sweet. I'm excited for this. Maybe a few Tater songs out there. Tater's got one too. All right, well, no more prompts. If I want the next one. All right, I want. No. I'm just gonna dictate what I'm looking for out of the next fan-made song. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. We're talking like I'll give you like the BPMs, maybe what pedals we could be talking here. Let's play the game. Looky there. So I tested this out the other day, and I got to what I guess is Ness's house, and then I stopped. So I was like, all right, it works. So let's just delete this and start a new game. Well, I'll start in medium, see what that does for us. I don't know. I'm probably going to read it aloud anyway. Please select sound setting. Sure. Go stereo. Okay, I forgot about I like this. Which style of windows do you prefer? I'm a big Windows Millennial edition. Everyone's favorite, right?
This is a crazy story, folks.
T-Roy, what's up? Welcome. Saying peanut. I got peanut flavor. I'm usually a peanut guy. Peanut butter, you know, big time. Yeah. The peanut looks pretty good. You know, here's the thing. The flavor, to me, of peanuts is better than this as a menu color, I have to say, though, right? As a window color. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a classic Final Fantasy Blue kind of guy. How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Hello.
95 came out and changed the world. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. It's I know it's funny. I remember. Yeah, it's funny to think of like knowing some brands, like the first one, you know. The first. PlayStation. You know what? Damn. Wow, maybe this says something about me, but as I went through them, oh shit, I was trying to do a blind taste test there. And plain is what I was, you know. Terrible. I kind of like the, it's a little bit of Raiders kicking off too, though. I sort of like the black box. Hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah!
Okay, is everything on the soundboard just gonna be like a minute delayed or something? What's going on? Jeez.
Give me a hell yeah!
Alright, that was better. Never been a better OS than 95. It's funny how many like there's a lot of critical infrastructure that still runs on these old operating systems. Dude, I mean, you know, hopefully they're not connected to the internet, but you know. All right, what are we gonna name him? Tater said Bongarino. Tater said no smog when dog. That's T-Roy, right? I get my taters and my T-Roys spiritually confused sometimes. Name him Ric Flair. I just name him after an operating system, you know. All right, guys, 1's in the chat if you're an XP fan, 2's if you're all about the Vista. Okay, and if you're living that millennial lifestyle, put a 3 in the chat. Spiritually the same person. Fusion. Some of it is the yeah. You know, it's funny that like I love the avatar that is it a Shiba Inu? It's so cute. Some of the stuff it does, I'm like, this is amazing. I think it's the best VTubing best VTuber model on Twitch, honestly. Can you say VTuber? And I mean no. I know for some that's like a derogatory thing. Of course, that's not intended. Or yeah, I should name him. Thank you. And I should just name him Parv. Okay. Is everybody gonna be confused if he's all caps like in the game? Maybe everything else is like lowercase, or you know. I gotta name him like Pokemon style, all caps. I like that one too. It also makes sure you know which character they're talking about. There's kind of a classic. It's almost like underlining something, you know. It's a just all caps. Parv. I love this background music too, and it's got this like little section that sounds like chatter, and apparently it's like actually like I don't know, it was like an orchestra or something that was taken and just manipulated and sped up and sounded filtered, etc., etc. Thanks. We're playing, guys. All right, he has a name. We're gonna name her. So, wow. So it's funny because they give you these like canon names. Yeah. Her. Name him. Name her. Her. Okay. There we go. Too bad we don't have enough spots for her too as well. I don't know, is this let's see, who knows, this character, you know, I hesitate to, let's do it, I don't hesitate at all. All right, name your friend. All right, this guy's Bowley is his name. I've been liking him. So if I don't care, it's going to be from that chart, so it won't even default to one of those names that was in the guide there. Bowl. And then I think, you know what? I'm going to keep the, Nick said try it. Okay. Oh, it did. It did. And then okay. As you hit it, it goes down the list. That's right. We were seeing this list earlier. Okay. So it's going down that chart. Thank you. Should I have just kept their default names? I like Pooh. I think Pooh. I will play with Pooh. I'm gonna name our pet. Pooh. It's too good to keep, you know. I love the all caps too. I always do that when I play Pokemon, but I strayed away from that one this time. All right, this is you know what? I'm gonna name him number 2. We got Pooh and number 2 and Doge. I'm gonna go I forgot. I should have had these Bam Bam ready to go, you know. God damn it.
Video game trauma.
All right, here we go. Pulling, you know. All right. I'm gonna do like, anybody ever read the novelization of Revenge of the Sith? It's not the first time I've mentioned that on this stream, but it's amazing. If you're into Star Wars at all, it's the best Star Wars book I think I've ever read, and it really enhances Episode 3. So check it out. There's a part in it where, as there's a very certain person is about to be named Darth something, and well, Plagueis, in that moment, the book describes him like tilting his head back, closing his eyes, and kind of like looking into the Force to try to find the name and have the Force name it, basically. And the name Vader came through, and, you know, and then he, you know, right, Vader, like let it out right after having pulled it from. That's what I need right now. And I think right now I'm pulling out of the ether. It's going Rico. We're naming this dog Rico. I didn't do the full wind up that he did. You know, I don't know the whole Sith ritual, but was there a space in that? Or is it the R just kind of stupid like that? I guess it's just... No? Maybe I'm just the stupid one. Rico. Rico's Roughnecks. We're going Rico. I like Rumble too. Just Rico. Now that's just cute right there. Busta. I have to apologize. Alas, I can only put one name in here. I feel, you know. Hey, thanks for the suggestions. All right, favorite homemade food. What does Parv like to eat? Favorite homemade food. And don't care, we'll put some things in here. Steak, pie, pasta, cake, eggs, bread. You know what? I'm going... Oh shit. I'm going cuckoo. Backspace. I'm going favorite homemade food. Tater tots are good. Close to father in some languages, like right. Well, at the very least, yeah, folks watching it in Amsterdam are like, wait, they like weren't surprised at all, you know? Like, of course, like his name has been Father the whole time. Like what? Darth Father. Gummy bear. I wish I could make gummy bears. See, it's the homemade food that's got me, you know, kind of struggling here. You know what? I'm gonna go. Everything I'm thinking is not entire. It's like bagel, you know. I just like, no, damn it. Think. I'm going Kool-Aid. I haven't had Kool-Aid in a very long time, but I made a lot as a kid. There's not even enough room. We'll go with something else. Holy sh... That's not homemade. All right, I got one then. I got one. Oh, it's going... We're going all caps for these. Simple. My granny used to make some killer bread. We'd go over to her place. Very, you know, she lived like in a part of Alabama that was, you know, like we were sort of like, I don't know, a bit suburb, a bit country. Where she was like even more country at the time, and like she had her own like garden, well, a huge garden and stuff, and like was still baking bread from this like yeast starter she'd had for a long time, and she made this like killer sourdough bread. And my entire life, this woman is telling us that like the bread isn't as good as it used to be, or like she's like kind of disappointed, but it's killer. It was absolutely amazing, but I guess it had been better, and her yeast was kind of like on its way out or whatever, you know. R.I.P. for the yeast. You know. But, yeah. That was good stuff. Thanks for the bread, Granny. That was always nice. Yeah. I always got fed so well, dude, and it was, like, not an option. And, yeah, she would just, like, roll out the red carpet for anybody that came in the door. Yeah. Good stuff. She might find herself in might find her way into one of these answers here. Let's see. All right. Viewers is my favorite thing. I play to the audience. Bread is the best food. And if a kid is like hooked on some food, or a couple of them, bread is probably one of the foods they're only going to eat too, you know? Fill up on rolls. I mean, I'm an adult and I still eat too many rolls. Favorite thing? You know what? To me, there's a, let's see, we're gonna go gaming. Just getting your game on. Just enough spaces, perfect. This her is so disrespectful. I'm gonna leave it. Hair. Favorite food? Bread. Coolest thing? Gaming. Absolutely. Francisco, welcome. You're allowed to fill up on rolls. Absolutely. Hey, maybe you got invited to Applebee's or whatever. God. My dad used to go to that place with peanuts all over the place. Logan's Roadhouse. And I remember going there, like they would serve these big ass rolls with a bunch of butter and stuff, and just leaving that place in a coma. We've got Parv, Her, Bowl, and Pooh. Bowl Cut and Pooh. I like their little sprites too. Running's one of the coolest things. I think coolest thing is that's difficult. I'm not gonna lie, I struggle. Coming up with one coolest thing. Ow, ow, ow. All right, let's do this. The year is 1990X. I do need a carbo load. I ran today and I did not have the juice. On it, a small town in England. See, I was seeing stuff like this. It looks so pretty to me. Like whenever they show the terraces and hills and landscapes. Quaint little house. Dude, when I played this game, I didn't have the sound on, because I was just, at that point, I didn't have the cans on and when I set this stuff up, I didn't have, audio at this point, so yeah, I didn't hear the crash there. That's sick. Hey, they kick it off right off the bat with a little meteoroid action, and we've got Parv talking to himself. Walking around his room, talking to himself. That sounds familiar. Maybe he'll pull a record. No problem here.
Oh!
Can you still hear the... And I didn't make it out of the house the other day when I played. I just stopped about this point. I know, yeah. He's got the bed slippers. Hey, bro. Did the sound wake you up? Were you freaked out? I was. Parv, open the present. There is a cracked bat inside. Parv takes it. Oh, cool. Very simple sounds and things. For the menu. It's pleasant so far, and obviously we're in a part where the soundtrack is kind of low here, I think. Okay, yeah, so L does check. All right, nice. It's nice, dude, yeah. I like the door sound, too. I'm nervous. Anything else in my room? Let me just double check. Check your bed. Okay. Doot 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 doot. Like this, what have we got here? Looks like it's sideways, or those looks like a reindeer. It was my first initial reaction, a reindeer that's sideways. Maybe a plant display.
I am the game.
I know, I like that it shows the money there. Right away. Boom. This is a cool little thing. A quick, is this like a essentially sort of pause or just status? Check everybody real quick. A little checkerboard's cool. Hey, sis. What was that noise? Parv, you don't seem scared. Are you nuts? And now you want to go check it out? Oh, okay. You'll sneak out of your room anyway, even if I asked you not to. At least change out of your jammies before you go. Oh, we're back to the room. Nice. Okay, I'm out of my jammies. What has changed? One sister in here? I can't seem to fall back to sleep. Good luck. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be falling back to sleep tonight. I think some shit's about to get weird. The stairs. A lot of pleasant sounds. Also, the NES one starts inside a house as well. Which, someone asked earlier if I knew about NES being in this one. And yeah, it's barely. I mean, we just looked at that strategy guide earlier, the one that came with the game. So, and then I knew about him from Smash Bros, but yeah. Come home as soon as you can. Oh, your mom. Okay. Yeah, okay. My sister takes after you. Besides human, dogs also sleep at night. Why aren't you asleep? It's a good question. You can save with the phone right there. Let's save. Beep. They cut the phone lines. Hey, thank you guys for hanging. I was trying to keep up with the chat earlier, and it was going crazy. But yeah, thanks for chilling, guys. Some of it was I would just listen and try to say a quick little woohoo. Keep that combo rolling. This noise has gotten louder. All right, we got the police down here. Let's see. Who are you talking to? Don't panic. It's just a... What? Meteorite that... Who? Fell. I just want to... What? Go home. Haunted police are infamous for closing roads if something is going on. We are going for the world record. Wow. Little self-insight there. That's nice to see. They're going for the world record. No problem here. Who are you talking to? South of the suburbs of Onnet. Okay. This is our house in the middle of our street. This is a cool dude. Did you hear the Big Bang? I think a meteorite landed nearby. I want to be the first to see it. Okay? I'm going to try to be the first to get there. Okay. I'll get to stepping, buddy. All that walking and he's not moving. I wonder, yeah, I do wonder, like, certain aspects of this, if you hadn't played RPGs before, you know, it is kind of funny, like, thinking of this being someone's, like, had I played this in 94, you know, it would have been mind-blowing. Yeah, thanks, Hubra. Thanks, man. You know, it's kind of funny. I saw you write that, and then I looked up at the screen, but I had just walked through this door, so, like, of course, there's all this unused space for this interior shot, and I was like, wait, whoa, oh shit, it's like all off kilter here. I need to fix this. Oh, hi, Pokey, my brother ran out of here to chase after a police car. He said, Picky, you should stay home. So I'm home watching our house. Blech. Mom and Dad aren't home yet. They went out to an elegant restaurant. Pokey and Pickies? I also, after that, I actually went and got Power Rangers. I was trying to think if it had like a special title, but it's not the movie. It's just, yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was one I had for Game Gear. I wanted to check out the Genesis version. They had it for pretty cheap, so I picked that up, and then I have Earthworm Jim 2 as well. So yeah, that one I like a lot. I had for like Windows 95. We were talking operating systems earlier. We're back at it. I think I had I think it was for 95. I had, or maybe MS DOS. I don't know. I had Earthworm Jim, like a 1 and 2 combo pack. Pokey, my brother, ran out of here to chase after a police car. Yep. Okay, Pokey and Picky. Yeah, I'm excited to try it. I remember liking the Game Gear version a lot, and I had played the Super NES version and thought it was really sick with my buddy. I would ride my bike up the street to hang out with this kid who had a Super NES, and he was the one that like introduced me to the system. I had no idea it existed, and this was already. But at that point, maybe it hadn't been out for too crazy long, but yeah. I would still be playing my NES for a long time. And I'll be like, okay, this kid's got a Super NES. I'm like, I'm young enough, and it sounds selfish, but I'd lie if there wasn't a part of me that was like, yeah, he just shot up the ranks of like kids on this street, or how, for coolness. He got a bunch of cool points when he got the Super NES. Not to be surpassed until Cody got a PlayStation 1 eventually. Sorry, I totally zoned out. I'm just walking around pokey and pickies. There's nothing to do here.
Shut up!
I imagine the action is outside. Yeah. Hey, Fallen Seth, you asked about my favorite Smash Bros. Character. And yeah, and thanks too. Thanks for saying you're enjoying it. Yeah. This is a fun one. Favorite Smash Bros? Yeah, I don't play a whole lot at this point. I've played very little of the one on Switch. Ultimate, but most of my Smash Bros was during Melee and Brawl, during those eras. And yeah, we had it set up and we had it set up when I was in college, and then a couple of years afterwards we would get together with some friends. And I've said it before, but there's some things you might say in the heat of a moment that you can never take back. Some unkind words, and I know I am, but some of us are still apologizing for that. Some of those things that were said during some couch 4-player Smash Bros. But back then, and I think when I play Ultimate still, I enjoy it. I do like Mr. Game & Watch. I like Peach. I'll play as Peach a lot. Wii Fit Trainer I did some of. And that's all that's really coming to mind right now. Like, there's some others that I would play for a little bit. Like, I think before I started like playing with friends a bunch, I was into Toon Link and playing the original Smash Bros. Yeah, Link. I played a lot as Mario as well in the first couple of versions of Smash. And yeah, and then found myself just doing his like uppercut smash, fire smash or whatever at the worst moments. So it just sends me off the platform. Yeah, what about you guys? Fallen Seth's a Mario guy. Nice. Snake and Link. Oh, cool. Yeah, Snake I played. He's a funny character. He's the getting in the box and stuff just cracks me up. I'm easily amused. It's also still kind of like, holy shit, I can't believe he's in the Smash universe. Don't you know what time it is? Get your butt home, pronto. A meteorite has landed. The sharks are running wild in town. You kids are wandering around, and I'm hungry. I hate my job. Man, the sharks, huh? We got a little kid gang or something? Shit, where's the opening for this thing? Jesus. Captain Falcon. Falcon Punch. I never got good at using Nesses and all the PK stuff. Yeah, just gotta be a good... It's a very particular set of skills. It's dangerous to go to the hilltop. Even if I advise you not to go, it won't stop you, will it? No, officer. Yeah, it's hard to tell where the spikes are. Thanks, Nick. Yeah. I think I can make do with... That's up quite a bit. I think that'll help. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's like so I do know that whatever's playing now, this bed is lower than the... Much lower than like the menu, but that might be one of the highest things in the mix, so... Yeah. Thanks, man. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, I like Peach, man. It's a fun character. Don't you know what time it is? And I don't know, I also just got in the habit of playing as Peach in some of those, you know, I mean, some Mario Kart, etc. I remember in the first Mario Kart, my buddy would always want to get Yoshi, the one that had the Super NES living up the street. Yeah, I had to play by his rules. He had some fucked up rules, honestly. It's okay. It was his his mom's Super NES, but certainly not mine. Whoa. But he had to play as Yoshi. If he wanted Yoshi, he had to be able to get first dibs at Yoshi. And if we were going to be in a race and we were down to number 1 and 2, like we're in positions 1 and 2 in the race, he has to win. It was a total Talladega Nights situation. Like, he was supposed to win and I was supposed to, you know, shake and bake and help him win and come in second place. And, you know, if he was fucked up and way behind, then you know, whatever, right? At that point, you know, thankfully it wasn't. I didn't have to slow down for a teammate like an F1. Other than if I was about to win this race, I guess he wanted to take the top spot. I think if something happened towards the end, that was fine, but yeah. Basically, if you're in second place and he's in the lead, you weren't supposed to toss a red shell. And again, this was his Super NES, so, you know, my hands are tied. I was like hearing something else come into the music, so I was like, what was that? How do I get to this box? Yeah, thanks, dude. Thank you. I like that it's a present. There's a bread roll inside. Yes. Love it. Got a bread roll. Oh, what is going on up here? Talk to you first. Meteorite looks different than usual. It's strange and marvelous, as well as mysterious. Ooh. And I see someone with a nice aura or something right there. That looks pretty sweet. Nice hairpiece. Let's go talk to... Who are you? Okay, thank you. Treasure Hunter, this is Lear X. Agarit's house? Yeah. Alright. Much to learn. Who am I talking to? Lear X. Agarit's house. Yeah, we're going back to the twerk in a second. Hey, Parv, hiya, buddy. A meteorite fell down and went boom. It was a real mess for a while. I was fine because I always eat garlic and work out to help make my body stronger. Wow. However, the weaker citizens probably fainted. I also want to tell you, whoops, I also like fainted as well, which isn't that like the games, like, you know, when you run out of HP, you faint.
Getting praise from Yokoi was just like being praised by my parents.
I also want to tell you, I almost told you about my, by the way, Parv, did you check my billboard? I wrote the message myself. That's my real job, you know? I'm a billboard guy. Why don't you check out my work? Thanks, Lear X. I like Lear X's pompadour they've got. I'm seeing this this sprite from the side. I'm loving it. It's a lot of garlic. He's a big fan of garlic. Keep your distance from Lear X when you're talking to him, but be respectful, you know. Okay, we got a police blockade. Nice timing, Parv. Will you do something about Pokey? He's driving me nuts. Are you two friends? No, nah, man, I don't know that. I don't know that guy. Yes. And you live in the house next to his. I see. I think I said yes. Suspicious. Hey, Parv, don't be rubbernecking. You're getting in the cuffs. Oops. I mean, officer's way. You can go home now. Tomorrow, I, Pokey, will tell you more about the strange meteorite. I'm fine here, but you're bugging the officers. Dude, you can go home now. Tomorrow, I, Pokey, will tell you more about the strange meteorite. Yes, thank you. Pokey? Do not tell me that again, Pokey.
Hey!
Clear out. Get out of my way. Clear out. Get out of my way. Clear out. Get out of my way. Clear out. Of way out get my. Oops. My mistake. I mean, get out of my way. I feel like Pokey, me and you, I think we could take the barricades down. All right, I'll walk away, see what's up, see if there's another way to get up there. Okay. Meteorite looks like a giant pizza sticking out of the ground. Yeah, I'm like, I thought it was this person's hairpiece for a second. Now I see the hole in the ground. Okay. That actually makes it a little more... I was thinking we were still seeing something further and that maybe this was just a interesting person. You can see it, right? They got a... It's a headpiece. It's not a meteorite. Look at this hapless guy. Don't you know what time it is? I think this is the way we came from. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see if there's another way to get even higher into the hills. I don't think from this side you can. I think we need to be down there. Yeah. Yep, I see those folks up there. Well, you know, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII right now, so with my partner, and it wasn't that long ago that we had the, like, pizza or whatever line Barrett says. It's like, you know, it's censored. Says something about the plate being a... I don't know. I like to make them F-bombs, you know? Have Barrett go all the way.
Yeah, we're hearing that this is a big deal.
Black olives. Got a pizza, the meat lovers. You guys must be hungry, man. You're seeing pizzas everywhere. All right, Ness, I need you to have a new discovery here. I guess I can go literally... I mean, he is telling me to go home. I guess I could take Pokey. Tomorrow, I, Pokey, will tell you more about the strange meteorite. I'm fine here, but you're bugging the officers. All right, I guess I'm gonna take Pokey at his word. And I'm, you know, interrupting this police activity here, so. Sorry, guys, give me just 1 second. This is a quick BRB. Hey, oh, sorry about that. I've got a kitty cat who was wanting out of the other room, so I had to go free the kitty. Now she's thinking about jumping into the box that has the Sega Genesis in it. Oh, that was the so that was some footage from this Genesis that I got. My buddy just got me a Genesis this weekend, and I never had one growing up, so I'm super stoked. But the secondhand store he got it from, I guess that's the only place you're buying a Genesis from these days. But anyway, the secondhand store he got it from sold it with a really crappy, like, third-party, you know, power supply or AC adapter, whatever. And I was really worried because audio and video sounded were both very distorted. I have to admit the video looked pretty sweet, and I got a little bit of the intro. I took a recording of that. All right, Kat, you can get out of here too.
Yeah, we're hearing that this is a big deal.
I've got an antsy cat. She wants some company. Sorry about that.
Hey guys.
It was like right in the middle of a story too, and then I was dealing with this cat scratching at the door. That's all good. I want a pizza, man. Go back and give me some of that meteorite. People are taking this meteorite situation too seriously. I don't know, man. This one's glowing. It looks really sweet, buddy. It did look cool. I want to get one more look at... Look at from the side. Oh, you can't. You can just see the police. Were there other meteorites too? I see like other, you know, pockmarks up there. Stuffed crust. Man, I remember like just seeing those commercials and being like, how is this possible? You know, what is this stuffed crust? What's up, Kevin? Welcome, man. What's up, dude? Happy Monday.
Hey guys.
Playing a little EarthBound, first time through. Okay, I'm gonna go home, because they told me we could go home. I'm gonna listen to the character. Welcome home, Parv. It's not necessary to talk about it tonight. It's late. Scoot off to bed now. Oh, Parv, you don't understand the importance of a good night's sleep. Okay, Mom.
Oh my God, we're back again.
Later that night. How are you, Kevin? Welcome. That's why he's going ham on the door. Started with just a few knocks, and they started doing rolls. Someone's knocking at the door. What an annoying knock. The pizza has arrived. My land, who could be knocking at the door at this time of night? Would you answer it? I'm in my jammies. Okay, now that's loud as shit. I've got fleas sucking me dry, so I'm just gonna lie still for now. Sorry, Rico. Look at the door bulging. This game is cute. I really like this. It's sucking me dry. So I'm gonna lie still for now.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen.
Hello?
Hey, listen to what I've got to say. Listen to what I've got to say. When I took Picky to the place where the meteorite landed... Oh, good evening, ma'am. You're looking lovely as usual.
Gives her a little tip of the hat.
Anyway, as I was saying, the police that were guarding the meteorite landing... they were guarding the meteorite landing left suddenly to deal with the sharks.
You know, the sharks. They're the local ruffians.
They were really going wild.
Suddenly I noticed that Picky was gone.
I blame the cops.
It certainly wasn't my fault at all. When my dad gets back, I know I'm gonna get it. You're my bestest friend. Won't you help me find Picky? Man, poor kid. We gotta help him find his kid, or else, when he gets home, he's gonna get...
The pounding.
Won't you help me find Picky? Help him find his brother. Okay, good buddy. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Before we go. People don't say that often enough. Before we go, why don't you say goodbye to your mom? Don't you agree, ma'am? It just leaves. I know that the dog is unreliable, but you should take Rico along. Oh, heck yeah.
Getting praise from Yokoi was just like being praised by my parents.
Thank you.
Oh, yes! 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 We got it, baby!
We got a dog. I'm gonna crank this back up a little more. We're gonna find a happy balance. The cracked bat in Tracy's room could help out at a time like this. No matter what anyone says, you're... Well, we're good on that, Mom. Thanks. No matter what anyone says, you're a courageous, strong boy. Let me crank it up one more time, though. The music is really fun. It's so out there. I love that little bass. Nice low fart synth.
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been nothing but a winner.
That's fun.
Give me a hell yeah!
That's cool. I like it. Yeah, it's so peculiar. I'm really liking the music. No matter what anyone's... It's out there for a video game, I feel, and I think it's cool like that. It's very creative and... You're my very own natural-born fighter. You'll go far. Remember to go for it, says Mom. But I think you should change out of your jammies before you leave. Whoops. Oh yeah, I should have paid more attention to Ness, yeah. Rather Parv, I guess, yeah. Yeah. His bed, well, if it's me, then yeah, it would be, I think Layla had bedhead all day long. I need a haircut, man. I don't really want to see myself depicted as a sprite right now, you know? I don't think I'm ready for that in my life. Attack of the Saints. Oh, cool. Yeah, you were talking about like putting a whole weekend into that one. That's awesome. Whipped Vegeta's ass, huh? Okay. It can be it can let the air out a little bit. You know, sometimes when you beat a final boss and it's too easy, but I think that, you know, you find yourself there against in JRPGs kind of often, I think, you know, or I should say it's not hard to do that or to end up in that situation, you know. You didn't even have to bust out the big guns on him, huh? Yeah. You might get hungry along the way, so here's a cookie. Parv got a cookie. The cookie. You can also leave anything you don't need with me. You want me to hang on to something? I don't think right now, Mom. Thank you. Or sister? And that's Mom. Yeah, sure, you're cool. Whatever. Look at this little guy. Hey, Rico. Do you want me to go with you? Of course, Rico. Yay! Rico joins you. Is Rico a party member? Well, it might make sense if I can't, you know, equip Rico with something. All right, you go out in front and I'll follow at a safe distance. Let's get going. He went inside of Rico. Pokey joins you. He shrank. Nope, we're all here. Okay. He went. It's gonna tell us about saving. Parv, answer the phone. Hello, it's your dad. Oh, hi, Dad. Oh, is Broly like a super boss in that game? They put Broly as a even harder than the final boss. Parv answered the phone. Hello, it's your dad. Work to exhaustion when you're young. Have you ever heard of a weird saying like this? Just remember, I'm always behind you 100%. Don't be afraid. I know that you're brave. You can do it. Don't forget to call me periodically during your adventure. I can make a record of your progress when you call me. Oh yeah, I deposited $30 into your bank account. Thanks, Dad. That makes 50, right? Do you have your ATM card? Withdraw your money from any cash machine and buy whatever you need. Good luck, my boy. I feel like such a hero. Thanks, Dad. What? Well, the father of a hero, at least. Slam, Pete. Okay, already this game has a ton of personality, and I'm really curious about the localization as well, and who's doing that, and yeah, it's a, you know, the writing already seems, and I'd heard this is very like peculiar and, you know, fun, and the game doesn't take itself too seriously, and yeah, that's a. I think it's great that when games do that though, because then it can make the moments where, you know, something serious happens can, you know, I think when a game doesn't take itself too seriously like that, or like we were talking about with Chrono Trigger, a little different, but it being so cutesy seeming, and then just going to these pretty dark places and really interesting, heady, you know, lines of thought regarding death and repercussions of your actions over time and stuff, you know. I think I've heard kind of I don't know, just the little bit I've gathered, it seems like EarthBound hits like that for some people, in that it has that super cute aesthetic and then also goes to really dark places. And I don't know, I'm stoked. Hi, Mom. Or is that our sister? I'll never not get them mixed up. That's funny. What a funny way to like unlock a final boss too. Yeah, or like a super boss. Yeah. It is. I know. Yeah, we just played through it recently. I hadn't played through it in 12 years, and I had a blast. I had a great time. It hit. I was just talking about everything hits hard. That's the only phrase I can use, but it hit hard. I mean, you put a gap in between a game and you come back to it sometimes, and you can feel like even though the game's the same, you're bringing a different person to it, you know, different set of experiences, and it doesn't have to even be a big gap sometimes, you know, but sometimes that can really help, you know. Hey Parv, so are you just gonna wander around wherever you please? Don't you think we should focus on getting Picky home? Oh, well, I suppose. Let's get this little nugget back to his house. I love you, Picky. Hey, Parv, like I said, my dad isn't home yet. You gotta bring Picky back. Oh, shit. I'll try to help you a little. Okay, thanks, buddy. I get you guys confused, sorry. Even though you told me what's going on. I like his sprite, too, of the, like, open mouth. A runaway dog. I can bash it. I can use Psy. They have this, but our characters don't have psychic powers yet. Look at this background. I like this. There's a couple of songs I've noticed a little play between the, you know, left and right channels too. He went first, all right. So I haven't seen a whole lot of gameplay. I watched Nick play a little bit of one that I think was like a fan game or something. But yeah, I noticed the one thing about this game is that, yeah, watching the HP like tick down, you know, I always thought was an interesting. It's like a dial. Meter. You can auto fight, you can defend. I'm gonna hit you with the ATM card. Watch out for rabies, yeah. Rico. Oh. Nice, Rico's helping me out. You won! Parv's level is now 2. Oh, this game is easy. Offense went up by 1. Maximum HP went up by 3. And our PP went up by 1.
Mario and Wario.
That sounds crazy.
Well, we all are going to die.
Parv realized the power of Life Up Alpha. He realized the power, huh? Okay. We took a little damage. I don't know how long I should play. I want to engage this spiteful crow. Look at this thing with its sunglasses. Who wears sunglasses at night? Bash that spiteful crow. Spiteful crow hit hard. Pokey, you better do more than think to yourself, buddy. Is that a crit? Rico coming in big. Kevin said, spent 25 hours collectively. I'm not fighting Broly. Man, I just beat the game. Dude, it sounds... Yeah, Broly... certain games, when it comes to a super boss, you know, it just depends. I'm not always in the mood. I've done it a couple times for a couple of Final Fantasies, but... to me, it's a not every playthrough kind of thing because it can require, you know, specific setups and stuff. And hey, if you knocked out I will say, if you ever get a, you know, the hankering for it, I guess if you knocked out Vegeta, you know, maybe you could save your spirit bomb for, you know, for the big man Broly. God, I remember Broly came on like, I think like Adult Swim did a premiere of it or something. It was like its US premiere. I feel like it was I don't know, you know, it was like a big Toonami thing, and they with some hype and lead up to it, you know, come watch the Broly movie. And I remember watching it, and Broly is, you know, he looks like someone mentioned Fist of the North Star. Oh, Metroid Hatchling was talking about Fist of the North Star the other day, and like everybody on there just, their muscles have muscles. It's just everybody's just jacked. But that's I'm gonna go back because we're already getting beat up. Sorry. You don't have to be mean about it. Thanks for some bread. Too bad. Kid, if you don't like what I'm cooking, you can cook yourself. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, well, what do you think? Would you recommend that game after everything? It's been interesting to hear you talk about going through the playthrough and stuff, because yeah, have some bread, all caps. You're right, I forgot to just scream it, you know. Yeah, I was getting a little dicey. Yeah, I figured I should heal. Thinking away what you spent, you should now have 42 in the bank. What did I spend, Dad? Oh, right. Nothing. We'll record. Create a record of your adventure. All right. Good night, Dad. I don't think it's good to work. Weren't you telling me to work to exhaustion in my youth? I'm interested to learn. Yeah, where is Dad? Where's Dad?
Is penguins. Crested penguins.
Sudden Sonic 2. Nice. Right. That's cool. Yeah, I'd only heard about that GBA version, so yeah, it's fascinating. I think it's cool too, because on that handheld I got recently, I can play a little DS, so I'm gonna want a list to. I started that list the other day. I'm gonna have to ask you guys for some Genesis recommendations now too. The spiteful crow dodged quickly. I've played a little Altered Beast. It's cool. Yeah, thanks for the reminder on that one. Yeah. I never, yeah, I think you might have mentioned Boogerman the other day. That one's pretty sweet. I'll get a Genesis list going. I'll come back and paste some of these in. Altered Beast. I love Earthworm Jim. I own two, but I'm gonna get like a flash cart or something so that I can have a few extra options. Yeah, I love Earthworm Jim. I have a really fun memory of staying up super late with a couple of friends I would have been like 19 or something and just like partying and playing Earthworm Jim and into the wee hours of the morning. All of us had played it as kids, but we're playing, like, busting it out for the first time in many years, you know, so. Oh, I hear good things about it, Kevin. Yeah. Oh, I've seen that title, Plock. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Earthworm Jim, I remember really enjoying the cartoon for that as a kid. There was a time when that really hit the spot for me. The Earthworm Jim cartoon. It was, I think it would come on like in the same block as Pokemon at one point. The Shinobis I'd love to play. Yeah, thank you. That's a good reminder. I was just seeing something the other day recommending 3. Yeah. Jam is fun. Yeah. So it's like, you know, it's funny because it's the most popular stuff. I think I will, some of it I would know or had my hands on a little bit, but there's a lot of, there's still so much that I never played. Shining Force I was seeing in some lists too, and that one looks cool. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I have a question. There was one game, it was like a... So, the Midway and the folks at NBA Jam, I was seeing some other game, and I couldn't catch the title the other day. But I think it may have even been by that same group, but it wasn't called NBA Jam, it had a different title. And this guy was recommending that as like maybe his favorite in terms of basketball, you know. But I love the NBA Jam. I had that one. Well, I had like a, I think for Game Gear I had Tournament Edition, but I'd play some Jam at a friend or two's place sometime. Yeah, I'd love, yeah, a lot of I hear great things about Streets of Rage, and it's like I've played like a little at the arcade, I think, but I don't think I've ever done any Genesis. That'd be cool. Golden Axe. Shoot. I'm trying to copy and paste, but it doesn't want to let me. Yeah, MK. Oh yeah, those are fun. You know, on Super NES, I had some experience with mostly 2, and then Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I was seeing a list that was saying someone really liked 3. I mean, it gets a bit subjective, kind of down to your roster or some play style stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the Ultimate Edition was cool. Yeah, my buddy had that for SNES, and I imagine similar thing with Genesis, but there was a thing you could do where you could watch like 10 minutes of every fatality, every babality, every friendship, so on and so forth. They would just like go down through each, you know, each gruesome or fun finishing move. It was like one of the rewards you could get or something, you know, like for doing the tournament mode, which you could cheese if you had other people to play with. And yeah, that's funny. I'm not familiar with Splatterhouse. I don't think I've heard that one. I think I almost got them all. I think that's everything. Oh yeah, yeah, a little bit of experience on Sega with some of the yeah, you know, it's funny, I remember going to one person's house and they had Aladdin and they had Lion King, and I had Lion King for Game Gear and it was hard as hell. but good. And I did beat it. And I think the Lion King version is kind of the Game Gear version is kind of held its own. I think they sort of just, it was basically the same physics and stuff, but I think they, you know, it got the 8-bit demake, or, you know, I see these things lurking trying to fight me. You get the hell out of here. Shit, I don't know if I'm gonna get this kid back to where they need to go. I don't have what it takes. Bash the dog. It's just barking at me and we're gonna go bash it. Yeah. Those games are... I remember liking Lion King for Game Gear a lot and being so stoked when it finally killed Scar, you know, spoiler alert. Aladdin, I don't think the little bit of Aladdin I played on Genesis, I didn't know, I just wasn't that great at it. I didn't have a lot of time on it, but yeah. Oh yeah, Vector Man, those are fun. I remember just thinking those graphics were so sick. Sega just, it's so interesting. Like they have, because for me, like things were mostly Nintendo, at least like that's what I had my hands on the most. I would get a little bit of Sega exposure, a little bit of blast processing, but not that much. And some of those later Comic Zone, I saw that one at the store and was thinking how cool that one is. Some of those later Genesis games, I don't even know if you have to say later, but I mean, maybe so, but yeah, they really look slick. There's a few of them that are I don't know. I remember at the time thinking like, this is the coolest thing on a console right now, you know? Yeah. You got to go to an arcade for something better. And it's interesting where this, you know, like where Genesis in some ways would look better than Super NES and then vice versa, you know. I think it was like easier to make a really pretty, I think I would say like in terms of a nicer aesthetic that I like, Super NES hit it more often, but the Genesis highs are really, really high from what I've seen, and it looks pretty, like, you know, some of those backgrounds and stuff could look as good as you know, like a top Super NES game would have the FX chip, and you know, totally pimped out. Yeah. The Vector Man 1, yeah, you said Vector Man 1 and 2, right? And then Not an Echo the Dolphin. Yeah, I did play a little bit of that one. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I didn't get to any alien action in a little bit of Echo that I played, and I guess I said aliens, but I guess all I know is I've seen some boss or something that looks totally gnarly. Like something out of Creature Effects. Goodbye, Snake. Oh, is it? Okay, thank you. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, you know what's interesting about the soundtrack is that I think I had it mixed just a little low at first, but I think some of that is intentional from them with, you know, trying to create some dynamics. I think it's sweet. I'm enjoying the soundtrack. Guys, sadly, I've as you can see, I'm pretty spent. I'm walking around, you know, fighting the occasional dog and not making progress, so I think I should probably go talk to Mom. Eat some bread. All caps. Still a bit loud. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, actually I meant to move it back earlier. I had moved it up for some, you know, I had moved it up earlier to rock out, and then I just forgot. Those were your regular ones, Rhodes? Yeah, yeah, it's funny because as a kid, like there was often some kind of rotation going because maybe you're, you know, like there's one or two games in the rotation that, you know, hey, you play them even if you've been stuck on the same level for a while, that you're still gonna make your rounds, and that's how you make progress, you know, keep coming back to it. That's cool. All the strikes. Genesis 2, one of the things about it that I was mentioning earlier is it seems like I'll say this, it seems like sports games are really big on it, and I remember the kids who had a Genesis, and you know, this is just my own personal experience, but I would say on the whole, the kids that I knew who had a Genesis seemed to be more into those sports games than the folks around me who were into Super NES. Man. There's an NHL one, or a couple years of that NHL whatever that's supposed to be pretty sweet, I think. And, yeah. I remember playing Madden and something else, you know. Yeah, thank you, Nick. Yeah, sorry I ran out of steam, everybody. I've enjoyed the Genesis talk too, but I know that's not everybody's cuppa. Well, that's how it is, you know. We're gonna talk about the things we got to talk about. But anyway, thanks, and you know, I guess you got to cross game, you know, hey, it's about the rotation, you know, mixing games in. So yeah. All right, one last record. Need you to record. Thank you. Thank you, Father. You should turn the power off instead of just pressing reset, all right? I think if well, hopefully I'm good here, but I probably am. I'm playing this on the SNES Mini. This works with other things, so I imagine it's gonna work here. Oh, yeah. And it was like really different from, I guess, all those Jurassic Park, like, now I'm thinking of the Angry Video Game Nerd. Didn't he do one on like the mini iterations of Jurassic Park? Yeah. Dude, I remember playing, most Jurassic Park I played was on NES, and you're like running around shooting in like a little top-down thing. I heard good things about the Batman games, yeah. That's us. Level 2, we're good. We're good to go. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Yeah, thank you guys for your patience today. I know it took a really long time to get rolling, so yeah. I do grab a lot of, you know, pictures and GIFs and stuff. With this one, I'm gonna go a little bit light because I just don't want to have everything spoiled. So, you know, if you got bored and saw something, no, I don't want to ask that of anybody actually, because I don't want to put any pressure on, like, you know, if I would use it or not. But I'll go and, you know, at this point, it's not that important to have a plot appropriate GIF for every point in the story, you know, that I'm going to use. I'm going to take it easy. I did that for Chrono Trigger because I knew the game well, but yeah, I might let some of these ride for a few playthroughs just to reduce the workload. Anyway, guys, let me get up out of here. Let's start to wrap this up. Again, thank you so much. I don't know if I made it to this scene earlier, but yeah. Dude, I love these. I love the backgrounds in this game. This is going to be fun. I can tell that this already has a lot of personality, this game, and I'm really excited. Rotes, thank you for hanging, buddy. Thank you for the recommendations. I'm leaving the chat up for the ones that you gave me at the end there. Thanks, buddy. I want to be the first to play them all. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, man, thank you. Nick, thanks for chilling, dude. This was nice. And yeah, everybody else too. The chat was full. Fallen, yeah, thanks, buddy. No, sorry, Fallen. I was just distracted. I just saw your last message. Yeah, my bad. It was more just like, I was more into the conversation for a little bit at a certain point because, you know, just was getting tired. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. No worries. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging, guys. I'll get us out of here. Let me see if anybody's streaming. While I do that, let's see what's up. Anybody on Twitch? I guess I could just close this out as well. You know what? Let's do that. I'll just close this out. Hopefully the sounds work this time. A couple weeks ago, I was like, all right, guys, I got some sound effects for you. Everybody have a good night. I played it back and it wasn't working at that point. The soundboard was dead. So, all right, guys, let me get to the schedule. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging. I'm going to turn off the broadcaster voice. But you can never turn the Parvinator totally off.
Oh, you were finished.
All right. Apparently I need to just leave. All right, guys, I'm going to play a few sounds for you. Thank you so much for hanging. This was great. I'm usually here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I may try to sneak in an extra EarthBound stream at some point. It's an RPG. It could take a while. Guys, thank you so much. Peace and love. Have a good night. Have a good week. See you at least by Wednesday, maybe tomorrow. Night, everybody.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Video games, remade or not, are supposed to be, you know, good. I'm Ben from Triple Jump.
Only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
He sits on his ass all day, smoking dope and jerking off while he plays that fucking game. I'm living a dream, baby!
Good night!
Transfer is available to the 1 train.
この電車は山手線外回り池袋上野方面行きです。次は新大久保お出口は右側です。
I'm going to crush you!
Oh, Jesus, that was brutal. Hell yes.
Goodbye.
I'm exhausted. I've run out of things to say.
The Parvinator.